Oh my.
Oh, fuck. What's up? What's up, everybody? It is me, the Doctor, Preston Rowe, coming to you live here. And I am joined with a very special guest. It is not Riley, unfortunately. It is our executive producer, Jasper Green, who is not on screen today. Jasper, tell the people that you're here, though.
I'm here. Today is the Preston show. We're gonna cover a little bit of the news stuff, but then Preston has some very important things to tell the haters and the insane people. He's here to tell them these things. So it's just like so it's like mostly me, Preston, speaking today. So I was like, I don't need to be on camera. This is the Preston show. Today is the Preston show.
I got to carry the show today. Just got to put it on my fucking massive shoulders, but we're doing it. Obviously we are going to talk about the NFL schedule release. We're going to go through what y'all thought the best schedule release videos were. I'm personally not a huge fan of those. I think it's kind of stupid, but it gets the people going. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some of the biggest matchups in the NFL this upcoming season that we're all excited about. But first, we have some breaking news. Yesterday, Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers announced he will be returning for a one-year deal worth up to $25 million. And obviously, he wasn't sure if he was going to even play this next year. He was kind of in limbo and in flux on that. But it's $22 million guaranteed for a 22nd NFL season. And, it's just ahead of the team's May 18th start to the organized team activities, the OTAs. And it's a huge deal because he's being reunited with his former Green Bay Packers coach, Mike McCarthy, who he did win a Super Bowl with. And Aaron Rodgers at this point in his career, he's a bridge quarterback. He's obviously not your long-term answer. If you're the Steelers, especially under new coach Mike McCarthy, you need to figure out your quarterback situation long-term going forward. Rodgers, he's going to be back for another year. I think this is his last year personally, but we are going to see, what exactly this means for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jasper, do you have any thoughts on that?
Mercifully, I'm ready. I'm ready for Aaron. Like, as someone who Steelers are like my second favorite team. I'm ready for Grandpa to go away.
You're ready for Grandpa to go away.
I'm sick of Aaron Rodgers. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. Like hanging up dog. I mean, last year, he is able to make the Steelers. He was able to make the Steelers standard happen. That's get one and done. They got one and done last year, right?
Yep. Yeah. No. They just that is the Steelers' way. They have a winning season. They sneak into the playoffs as the 7th seed, and then they get annihilated in the first round. It's happened all too often. Steelers fans were sick of it, and I understand it, but sometimes change isn't always necessarily a positive thing. You could change either for the good or for bad. And we will see. I think Daniel is correct. The Steelers need a succession plan at quarterback. They absolutely do. And is it Will Howard? Is it Drew Howard?
Dude, I've been saying Will Howard for like a billion years, it feels like.
I know you have.
Will Howard's going to have to fucking retire because he's just going to spend his whole career behind Aaron Rodgers at this point. Like Will Howard's great, though. He's solid.
Is it Drew Howard? I know a lot of Penn State fans were making a huge deal out of Mike McCarthy coaching up Drew Howard. They're like, oh, see, he didn't get coaching at Penn State because James Franklin sucks. We're going to talk about that as well. But Drew Howard has all the physical tools. He is a rookie. We're not sure what he's going to be. He's always had the talent and potential, but it's just they can't keep on going on like this with Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback. Like at a certain point, You just have to say enough is enough. Ooh. Look at that, Jasper. Daniel disagrees with you. He says he's a solid backup, but he's not good enough for a historic franchise like that.
He won a national championship.
Ooh, okay. I mean, Chewbacca. We appreciate everyone in the comments. Launch Fanatic, Daniel, Chewbacca, James Franklin. Don't get me started.
No, get you started. We're talking about that today. We have some things to say about James Franklin. Preston's been holding him in he hasn't been holding shit in, actually. As someone who knows Preston interpersonally, he hasn't been holding a goddamn thing in. I hear about it all the time, but it's time for you good people to hear about it as well.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Now this man jumps for James.
I 100% jumps for James. And Franklin, is quarterback development his specialty? No, but he's really good at a lot of other things. He's a very good head coach. But, So Aaron Rodgers is coming back. The Steelers, they need to get their shit together.
They do.
I mean, if they plan on having Aaron Rodgers, yeah, like they just dog. At a certain point, you need to cut ties. Like, hey, you've been great. You're a first ballot Hall of Famer, but it's time for you to go away.
Yeah, that's been the TTT's verdict about Aaron Rodgers for like 2 years, 3 years now. Like, hang it up, dude. Hang it up.
Because like even his Packers tenure didn't end well. Like he's been on the decline for a while, going back years now. Oh my gosh. No, just get the fuck out. Just go away. And the Steelers, like at a certain point, you need to figure your shit out. Go get a real quarterback, and I don't know. We will see if it works. We also have some more breaking news out of Miami. The Dolphins and Devon Achane, their running back, have agreed to a 4-year, $64 million contract extension. And it is $32 million guaranteed, and it's $16 million annual average value, which makes him the third highest paid running back in the NFL. And with bonuses, it could go up to $68 million. And this is a huge deal because the Dolphins are clearly tanking. They got rid of Tua. They traded away Jalen Waddle. And now all they have is Devon Achane. That's all they have. Like, they are clearly in very much a tank mode. And Devon Achane is going to be really, really good for them, but he's going to be their only piece. I think Devon Achane is a great fantasy pickup, but I mean, just because that's all. Like, who else are you going to pay? You have no one else on the roster to pay. So people are going to be like, oh, you don't pay that much money for a running back. Dog, they have no one else to pay. They have no one else to pay. I agree with you, Daniel. I mean, I don't know if anyone else would pay him that kind of money, though. Because at this point, the Dolphins, he's all you have. And you know what? You could say he doesn't have an offensive line, but the dude still produces. He's a great running back. I don't know what the Dolphins are doing. I think they're clearly tanking. Yeah. Yeah, no, Chewbacca, that's why. Because the Dolphins were willing to pay him that much money. That is why. That's why he's in mine. Jasper, do you have any thoughts on the Dolphins?
They're just sad. RIP Dolphins fans. It's been like that for a minute.
Yeah, no.
As I remember the first year we started doing the TTT, like 2022, 2023, somewhere in there. The Dolphins were good. They were competitive, and we were saying shit like, oh, if the Super Bowl was in August, the Dolphins would always be a contender. But it's like, I don't even know if that's the case anymore right now. Like, I don't think they're a contender at all. They don't.
No.
They don't feel like
the Dolphins always start off really well, or at least they did with Tua, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, and Devon Achane. They also had Raheem Mostert in there with Mike McDaniel as their head coach, who's really good offensive mind. But then the Dolphins, every year without fail, they would wilt. They were not built for the physical style of NFL play that you need to be successful in December and in January. They were never a physical football team. They were a finesse football team. And now I think they're trying to tear it all down. And they've got Malik Willis as their quarterback. they got rid of Jalen Waddle, and now all they have is Devon Achane. Their defense is going to be bad. It's going to be a mess down there in Miami. I don't know if they'll have the first overall pick next offseason, but they're going to be in the top 5 because they just have nobody on the roster worth talking about right now, except for Devon Achane. So,
yeah, no, RIP to the Dolphins.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah, I mean, to Daniel like that. I mean, imagine if Joe Burrow had a decent offensive line. Imagine if any of these people had decent O lines. Sometimes you got to be a shining diamond in a turd pile, you know.
And you know what? I mean, they already do. They're gonna do it a lot more now. They dump it off to him a lot out of the backfield. He's gonna be a fantasy steal for someone, because he's all they have, and yet he still produces every year. The dude is a monster. He just plays for a dog shit organization.
But hey, if you're getting your money, and you're just happy to get your money and play football, and then if you do win, it's like if you do win, that means you're the shit.
Daniel, to answer your question, it's Devon Achane. Devon Achane is going to run the ball and catch the ball for them. He's going to be their number one weapon on offense. He's probably going to be their only weapon on offense. Like the Dolphins have nobody right now. They've got Malik Willis at quarterback. Like what are we doing? But now Jasper, now we have to go talk about the NFL schedule release. First of all, everyone in the chat, what were your favorite schedule release videos? I saw Chewbacca said the Raiders. The Raiders schedule release was top notch. What were your favorite schedule release videos, chat? I
haven't watched a single one, but it's Tampa Bay.
Yeah, dude, no. Tampa Bay is going to be a problem this
Good.
year. I did see it. I saw some with Baker Mayfield and his newborn son. Do you know what his name is, Jasper?
What did he name his kid?
He named his kid Maverick.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
And Buck was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, nah.
Bro, shout out friend of the show, Buck Rowe.
Absolutely. So I did see one with Baker talking about, it's time to go get your tickets, Tampa Bay. And he had Maverick in there. I'm not a huge fan of the schedule release videos. Yeah, I heard the Chargers. I don't believe. Daniel, you might be right. I don't believe that. Nothing the Chargers and the Falcons do is ever top notch. They're just kind of mid. Everything they do is mid. I don't believe that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I cannot.
Do I need to pull one up, Preston?
Yeah, no, I think you should, Jasper. I think you should.
Let's go get the Chargers, since we actually have we got to talk about the Chargers here after this.
We do have to talk about the Chargers, 100%. Yeah, no. Chewbacca, if you're still in the chat, what was your favorite? I know you said the Raiders. What else did you like? The Chargers always do on the schedule releases, though. That is true. The Chargers do always win the offseason. The Chargers are one of the hype teams of the offseason. The Bears are in that category. The Jets were in that category a few years ago. That's a good question. Who won the offseason? That is a good question. I would say the Bucs, but the Bucs can actually back it up on the field. The fact that Ruben Bain fell to 15 is criminal. It's insane. Jasper, what are your thoughts on Ruben Bain to Tampa Bay?
I love it. How could I not love it, dude? A dominant defensive player who can shut down the best of them. Yeah, no, it's like the Eagles picking up Jahad Campbell. Just this
100%.
Like, I guess they're too dumb to see, because they should hire the Trash Talk Tailgate.
They should.
Let Preston and Riley make your football decisions for you, and you might start winning, because then you would have had a chance to get Ruben Bain or Jahad Campbell. These awesome, productive players.
But no, dude. Instead, you draft people like Shamar Stewart.
Yep.
Just, because I'm telling you, I know I make this argument every year, but it's 100% true. There's a reason the best teams in the NFL continue to be the best teams in the NFL. And most of the other teams make poor decisions. Like if you make poor decisions when you draft, and when you make poor decisions when it comes to how you sign and how you build your team, it's gonna reflect on the field. You're gonna be a bad football team.
Mr. President, I have devastating news.
Yes.
The LA Chargers schedule release video is Halo themed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It's goofy. It's goofy as shit, but it's Halo themed, dude. That's funny.
Hell yeah.
I just want to drop that in. Yeah.
No, you know what? We are a big fan of Halo on the TTT.
We are. It's Halo. Being a Halo fan is like loving the Bengals or the Raiders. It's like just loving a poverty franchise that makes terrible fucking decisions left and right, but you still love it so much.
Yep. No. Are we gonna watch it, Jasper?
I don't know how much we should show of other people's content.
That's fair.
We just be sitting in silence watching it.
Me personally, I'm not a huge fan of the schedule.
It's gimmicky. Like, as Halo, that's so gimmicky.
Yeah, I
it gets the people. You said it though. It gets the people going.
It does get the people going. It's just a way for these teams, social media teams, to be like, hey, look, we can do stuff. Look how creative we are. All right,
what a cakework job, dude. Let me work on an NFL team's social media team. let me get at that. Give me that.
Yeah, man.
Be the executive producers for the Cardinals.
No, this is true. Daniel's 100% correct. Shamar Stewart didn't even get to practice in training camp last year because the Bengals were like, no, actually, that contract that we make everyone else sign, like, you're not gonna sign it. And it was just it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. It just that was whew.
All right. Speaking of that, so are we ready to talk about which do you want to talk about first? Do we want to talk about our lovely responses to last week's broadcast?
Yeah, no. So we talked about, and shout out to the TTT writers first of all, because
the writers
even talked about this. You had a great question about Mike McDaniel and the Chargers offense this year with Justin Herbert, and I just kind of went on a rant because I said it with my chest because I'm sick and tired of all these Chargers fans who constantly make excuses for Justin Herbert. This is going to be Justin Herbert's 6th year in the NFL. Let's see, 2020. No, this is going to be his 7th year. Excuse me. He's going into his 7th year in the NFL. The quarterback for the Chargers. And he has not done anything in his entire career of note or of substance. He blew a 27-0 point lead in a playoff game to Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That is what he's known for. He's also known for going 0-3 in the playoffs, despite his defenses forcing 10 sacks and 10 turnovers in those games combined. That's what he's known for. If he's really that guy, he should get it done. And I just said, I'm sick and tired of people making excuses for him. Well, we put that on social media. Go check us out at Trash Talk Tailgate on Tailgate, or on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram.
Everything.
All the social media.
We're everywhere.
We are everywhere. And we put that out there. And our comment section got flooded with Chargers fans making excuses for Justin Herbert. So all you did was prove my point. That's all you did. And Jasper, would you like me to go read some of these comments?
I do, man. I've been begging you, and we tried to share these earlier, but we had technical difficulties, so we just said, screw it. It's the Preston show, so Preston is going to react to some of these big brain intellectual titans that decided to invade our comment section and yell at him.
Yeah, so this was on a TikTok. This was on TikTok. This is Ascend AR. The Chargers had the worst O-line in the 21st century. Yes, it was ranked 832nd out of 832. And you're trying to say mediocre. He had an all-time bad offensive line. That's a pretty stark and damning statement. The problem is it's absolutely not fucking true. Jasper, would you like to hear some hashtag copious notes?
I do, dude. I think we should use the copious notes to obliterate these people.
Yeah, dude.
That's an insane thing to say.
It is an insane thing to say. And if you're going to say something like that, you need to have real evidence to back it.
Come correct.
Yeah, you do, because the TTT is going to come correct. So first of all, he said they had the worst offensive line of the 21st century this past season. So the Chargers in 2025, they were 12th in the NFL in rush yards with 2,067. 12th. So that's not quite top 10, but it's right on the periphery. It's right there. I'd say that's pretty good. They were 12th in rushing yards per game with 121.6. Again, not top 10, but right there. They're right on the border of top 10. They dropped a little in yards per carry. They were 14th in yards per carry with 4.4. Over 4 yards a carry. Dog, that is a first down every 3 carries. But yeah, their offensive line is dog shit. And they were 12th in total offensive yards with 5,675. And you know what, Jasper? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
What's nuts, dude? What's crazy?
They did all of that while their 2 all-pro offensive tackles, Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater, were hurt most of the year. They put up those numbers 12th, 14th, 12th without their 2 best offensive linemen the majority of the year.
We talk about, if Devon Kane had an offensive line like this, or Joe Burrow had an offensive line like this.
Yeah.
The production you could see is nuts. So where I guess my question is where is it?
No. I just
with this information I've been given, my question, as someone learning all this is okay, where's the production?
Yeah. I mean their offensive line was not great, but it certainly was not bad. The Texans had a horrible offensive line. The Raiders, Jasper, as you know, the Raiders had an awful offensive line. You should not have drafted Ashton Genty in our fantasy league. That was insane.
I'm never living that down. I'm never living that down.
No, we told you not to do it. They're like, oh, the ESPN knows more than the TTT. I'm going to listen to them. Insane work, Jasper. Oh, my God.
All right, well, let's move on to some more insane work and hit this next comment.
Yep. So here we go. So this is another TikTok comment from Cameron Ruse. When has he ever had a great O-line or run game? Well, he had one last year. And I'm not going to say great, but it was good. It was decent. At worst case, it was decent. And so now let's go back in 2024, 2 years ago. Oh, man, we're losing some people. So J.K. Dobbins in 2024 had 905 yards rushing. He averaged 4.6 yards a carry. Again, that's over 4 yards a carry. That was and they ran for 1,882 yards rushing and their team total was 4.1 yards a carry. Again, that's over 4 yards a carry. That's pretty damn good. And they were 17th in the NFL with 110 rushing yards per game. Now we go to 2023. Austin Eckler had 628 yards, and he averaged 3.5 yards a carry. They were 25th in the NFL with 96.6 yards per rushing yards per game. So they're getting better. Like this past year was their best run game and offensive line that Justin Herbert's had. So like every year they've improved. They've been improving. But y'all want to continue to sit here and say that, oh, he doesn't have good offensive lines. Oh, he doesn't have a run game. I'm sick and tired of the excuses that people make for Justin Herbert. I'm sick and tired of it. All you did was prove my point. That's all you did. What say you, Jasper?
We've kind of been through these comments already.
Yep.
And just to watch you kind of like hit him with the actual facts of the matter, it's like what kind of it's like Bears fans almost, like the copium is weapons grade.
It is.
It's refined, and I think we should give the people yet another hit. Pure, like Heisenberg cooked this copium, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. No, it's crazy cope. It's crazy cope. I don't get it. Like Justin Herbert, he's never put it all together. And people always make excuses as to why. It's like, dog, he has a great coach in Jim Harbaugh. He's always had a great defense. He's had good skill position players. He's had Austin Eckler. He's had J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins is on the Broncos now. He's pretty damn good. I mean, he has Lad McConkey. He has Trey Harris, who I really like Trey Harris. It's always something with him. At a certain point, Justin Herbert is the common denominator. He has 2 all-pro tackles. Not 1, but 2. They're all going to be fully healthy this year. So I'm just curious, what is the excuse going to be next year when the Chargers inevitably flame out in horrendous, awful fashion? What is the excuse going to be next year? What do you think it'll be, Jasper?
They're going to blame Mike McDaniel.
They are going to blame Mike McDaniel. You're 100% correct. Yep.
We could make that a call sheet bet.
No, Daniel makes a great point. What I don't understand is why everyone always criticizes so much Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and others who haven't reached the playoffs yet, but always keep making excuses for Justin Herbert. Dak's had more playoff success. Lamar and Josh Allen have been to AFC championship games. Justin Herbert's never got out of the first fucking round. No, it's just, Joe Burrow made a Super Bowl. He dragged the Bungles and that poverty franchise to a Super Bowl. Sam Darnold made a Super Bowl. Like the Jets gave up on him. They thought he was trash. That was more so the Jets. But Sam Darnold made a Super Bowl. Why is everyone always making excuses for Justin Herbert when all these other quarterbacks do way more with less? But Justin Herbert can't, we can't expect the same thing out of Justin Herbert. It blows my mind, dude. Makes no sense. No, Daniel says the Super Bowl, not the playoffs. Okay. I don't get it. Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, you want to read them another comment, Preston?
Let me go try to find one.
Yeah, because it was so many people who were just yelling. Like someone called him a donut.
That was insane. I should be eating a donut right now.
You should be, dude.
Yeah, man.
My favorite one was that we should make podcast equipment $100,000.
Oh yeah, dude.
To gatekeep the TTT from breaking the magical thinking of these people's football minds.
It doesn't make any sense, man. It really doesn't. No, I mean, they were just all very. I mean, they were all just making excuses, and I think I basically summed it up. Like, I mean, another comment that people said was, like they're Justin Herbert, he got sacked 60 times last year, and we were talking about their run game earlier. But when you lose your 2 all-pro offensive tackles, obviously your pass protection is going to slip. Like it's going to take a hit. And he was sacked 60 times last year. I think some of that is on him for holding the ball too long. If people are going to criticize Joe Burrow for that, I think you can criticize Justin Herbert for that. And so he was tied for second in the NFL with sacks with 60. And that's pretty bad. But in 2024, 2 years ago, they were 14th in the NFL in sacks. They gave up 44 sacks. And to put that in context, 2 years ago, the Bears were first in the NFL. They allowed 68 sacks. 44 is a lot less than 64, or than 68, excuse me. So, and then in 2023, they allowed 43 sacks. And the Giants were first by allowing 85. So, no, like, their offensive line has always been good. It's just when their tackles got hurt, their pass protection slipped. That's understandable. But ever since Herbert's been there, he's had good offensive lines. So that argument, no, you can't make that argument. Ridiculous. What do you think, Jasper?
I'm with you, dude. I thought the Chargers fans would be a little more level-headed and less insane, but that's what you get. It's fun. It's fun to find new bears to poke with the TTT.
It is, dude. I mean,
speaking of bears, let's talk. You want to talk about some Nittany Lions?
No. I want to talk about the schedule.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to talk about the schedule. So the week 1, we get a Super Bowl rematch the first week of the season, Jasper.
That's awesome.
We get the New England Patriots at the Seattle Seahawks. That's gonna be the Wednesday night game. That's kind of crazy. And then we've got a Thursday night game, 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams. We got some pretty solid games in there as well. We've got the Commanders at the Eagles. I know Riley's really excited for that game. Yeah. So, just week 1's got some bangers, We
got a couple toilet bowls in there, too.
Oh, yeah, 100% we do.
We've got the Titans versus the Jets.
Yeah.
The Titans. We've got Chicago at Carolina.
Yeah, no. Oh, my God, dude. The Bears should win that game if Caleb Williams, Bears fans, say he is. Week 2, you got the Steelers at the Patriots. That should be a good game. The Vikings at the Bears. Ooh, that I'll be interested in that one. Ooh. The Thursday night matchup is the Lions at the Bills. That'll be a great game. That should be a great game. Even as a Patriots fan, I know they will start 0-1. That's hilarious, Daniel. They do have to play the reigning Super Bowl champions week 1 to open the NFL season. That's crazy. Okay. It's week 3. We've got a Monday night matchup. Eagles at the Bears. God, I want the Eagles to smack them. But yeah, we're just, we actually have some games to talk about now, Jasper, which is really, really cool.
We do.
Yeah, no, it'll be awesome. Ooh, the Seahawks at the Broncos. That should be a good game. That's week 6, the Thursday night matchup. Let's see. Jasper, the Steelers travel to Tampa Bay.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude. No, that'll be good.
That will be good. I can't wait to see that. See if switching my fandom to Tampa Bay. Can the Steelers scorn me?
Yep. No.
I don't think so.
The Rams at the Commanders, that should be a fun game for Riley. That's week 9. I'm just kind of going through the schedule right now. I mean, let us know what games you're most excited about now that the schedule has been officially released. You know, we're really excited. Chewbacca, hope you're still here, man. You know, we really appreciate you. Yeah.
What game are you most excited for, Preston?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. I mean, Doug, there's so many. I mean, the Lions at the Bills, that should be a really good game. Although I think the Bills might take a step back now that they fired Sean McDermott and promoted the terrible GM Billy Bean, or Brandon Bean, excuse me, Brandon Bean. I don't know if the Bills are going to be that good this year. And I'm looking for the Lions to kind of bounce back after barely missing the playoffs last year. They just got devastated by injury again. It's just the Lions have had some really bad luck. Yeah.
That's fair. What are you expecting from the Bears?
I expect significant regression, honestly. They luck boxed their way to a bunch of wins last year. And I mean, everyone talks about that throw from Caleb Williams against the Rams in the playoffs where he's running away, you know, it just looks like nothing's there, and then he literally throws up a prayer that gets answered in the end zone. But any competent DB, the DB slipped. If the DB doesn't slip, that's an interception, that's ball game. Like Caleb was not consistent. He had flashes, but he's not a consistently good quarterback. And I think Bears, oh my God, that's such a great comment. Oh, that's a great question. But no, I'm not sold on the Bears. They got a bunch of turnovers last year. They led the turnovers last year.
Preston, do you think they'll be this year's Commanders?
I think they were the Commanders last year. So 2 years ago, the Commanders had a great season. They went on this crazy run, but a lot of it wasn't sustainable. They won a lot of one-score games. People didn't have film on Jaden Daniels, and they got a lot of turnovers. The Bears got more turnovers, and they won a lot of one-score games. That's not sustainable year over year. You know, a lot of stuff like that in one-score games comes down to luck and timing, and you're not going to get that consistently year over year over year. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course not.
It's just the law of averages. Like, I think the Bears are going to regress. Their defense might be better, but they haven't addressed their offensive line. Like, your rookie tackle last year, he's probably going to be out for the year because he blew his knee out in the playoffs. And what did the Bears do? They said, hey, let's not address our offensive line. Let's continue to not address it. Good luck with that. Good luck. And we'll see. I'm not a believer in the Bears. I wasn't a believer in the Bears last year when they made the playoffs. Like, Jasper, you know how much shit I talked about them.
Oh yeah. What was the bet we had with you?
I had to paint my nails if they won. If they beat the Rams, I had to paint my nails.
He had to say I'm sorry on his nails.
Nope. And dog, you know what? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Caleb threw a game-losing interception that they blamed on DJ Moore. DJ Moore is going to ball the fuck out with Josh Allen this year. To answer your question, Chewbacca, no, it is not. No. Oh my gosh. Daniel also likes Chewbacca's nickname for Caleb. Let's go. No. I mean, I think the Vikings have all the talent. They just don't really have a quarterback. I'll be interested to see what the Vikings do with Kyler Murray now. I think the Lions are going to take a step forward. I think the Lions are going to make the playoffs this year. The Packers are still going to be the Packers. They're going to be really good despite not having a true number one receiver. And I think the Bears are going to regress heavily. So that'll be a good game. In Paris, we're playing games in Paris now. That's kind of cool. But yeah, what do you think, Jasper?
Yeah, I think with all the improvements in their division, they're kind of little brother. So it's a hard sell for me to think that they're gonna, okay, that's just silly that you don't want to go to Paris. Like I could see Rio. Like if you're just a scared little man and you're terrified, like come on. Like don't go to the shitty part. Like, but if you just stay in the touristy stuff in any of those places, like I feel like you'd have a hard time having any problems. But like you wouldn't want to go to fun, like, and sure, like the UK, everyone's got bad teeth there and they all talk funny. And I've heard like I mean, have you been there, dog? Like but like Paris, like how about Munich? Do you even know where that is on a map, Chewbacca?
It's in Germany.
Could you point to where Munich is on a map?
Don't insult our audience. It's
the Trash Talk Tailgate.
I know.
We talk trash here.
Oh, I mean, you know what?
You know what? Oh, you want to go to Europe? You don't want to see Paris? Like,
I've heard Paris is kind of a dump, though.
I mean, I'm sure it's stinky.
Like, I've never been. I don't have a passport. I've never been out of the country, so I don't know. I cannot speak.
You never been out the country before, dog?
No, I told you that. You know that.
I fucking forgot, man.
Yeah, no, I don't even have a passport.
Man, do we need to go to a fucking, does the TTT know to go to an international game?
I mean, if we could fucking crowdfund it, yeah, sure.
I'm with you there on Poland. I'd like to go to Poland.
Yeah.
I'd go to Poland.
Slovakia? No, I don't know. I mean, a lot. Daniel, we appreciate you. Just throwing out all these games. A lot of these games are going to be really cool. The Bengals and the Falcons.
I would just point to Eastern Europe, dog.
The Bengals and the Falcons is going to be a shit show. I mean, the Ravens and the Cowboys, that could be a good game. It's really cool. The thing about the schedule release for me, it just signifies another step in the offseason. It's not so much like the schedule release itself. It's just kind of like a benchmark of, oh, we're here now. Now we can actually talk about these games. You know what I mean? Like now we can start like mentally preparing ourselves. Like, okay, the Rams go here, then they play the Seahawks, then they play the Cardinals. Like just it's kind of a benchmark of the offseason for me. Kind of like the combine is, or senior or pro days or the draft. It's just another benchmark in the offseason. So that's how I feel about the schedule. We get to talk about football now. So that's really cool.
Yeah, man. Well,
yeah.
do you want to talk about the Nittany Lions?
No. I think we should save that.
Why so? You want to script it out?
No. I don't, I would need to go get my hashtag copious notes for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I've been to Mexico City. When I was a kid, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I will ride for Mexico City. And that would be easy. We could probably drive there.
Yeah.
I think we'd probably want to fly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
I would need to get a passport. I've never been out of the country, so.
I don't know if mine's still good. I'd have to check.
Oh my God, Vikings Cardinals, that could be a shit show. Patriots Lions might be a good game. I think that'll be a good game. No, just Texans Jaguars. Why do the Jaguars want to keep on trying to play in London? Like, are the Jaguars trying to move to London? Like, is that a real?
Dude, the London Jaguars, dude.
Yeah, dude, no. Cardinals are short kings. Thank you, Jack Lee. We appreciate you. I mean, Jasper, there's, is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I thought we were talking about James Franklin, but I think it's a good time to cut it.
Yeah, man, no.
I think next weekend we'll just do James Franklin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Preston's going to come with the copious notes, and instead of upsetting the Chargers fans, we're going to upset the Penn State fans.
I mean, I've already upset them on Reddit. They're very angry with me. But now we're just going to do it on TikTok.
That's the name of the game.
So, yeah, man. Well, first of all, everyone in the chat, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I know it was kind of a weird show. Jasper is here, but he's not here. Riley's not here. You just had me today. But thank you guys so much. It was still a great show. Not a whole lot to talk about, unfortunately. But we're going to keep on rocking every single Sunday. Come join us at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, And, hey, tell someone about the Trash Talk Tailgate today. Appreciate everyone in the chat, Chewbacca, Daniel, Jack Lee, Launch Fanatic, everyone in the chat who joins us. Thank you guys so much. Tell someone about the Trash Talk Tailgate. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next Sunday at 7:30. See ya.
Thank you.